So this session today is about feeling like a visionary. So this is a condensed version of a longer program that I run about creating vision and alignment. But today's session is just a short version, just so that you get some golden nuggets. So if you haven't already, grab a pen and paper because you'll want to take some notes on this. Okay, so what is vision? You know, talk about it an awful lot, but vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. According to Jonathan Swift, I think it's a lovely quote to start with. Here's the thing. Think about it. Everything in your mind started as a thought, as an idea, and then became an image, perhaps, in your mind, and then from there it developed into something. So that's why it's so important, because everything you think about starts as a thought in your head. If you think of Bill Gates, his vision was to have a computer on every desk, which is probably what you're looking at now, in every home. Leonardo da Vinci, I think, is one of the best, most creative visionaries of all time. And even a more modern day one, Elon Musk, he wants to populate Mars. He said himself that he wants to die on Mars, although he did specify not on impact. But all of the people who make a big difference in life are very clear about what it is they want to create. And so it's also really important that we have clarity of vision. We know what we're aiming for, and that's the thing. It's the what. Okay, it's what it looks like. It's not why, it's not how, it's not when, it's what it looks like. And you, once you've got a vision, can start talking about it and you speak it into existence. And that's when other people start aligning with that vision, going, I want to be part of this vision too. And you create leadership. So that's why it's so important to have vision as part of your leadership skills. Also, these people, they're willing to take risks, which other people might not. They want to stay safe, but actually, visionaries are really creative and step outside the norm. So, how does it work? Well, you've got your left brain. Your left brain is very logical. It likes science, it likes facts, it likes things to be analyzed, it likes numbers, it likes things to be black and white. Well, the vision part is more on the right brain. Your right brain is very creative. It's entirely in the present moment. It likes freedom, it likes passion, it likes feelings, it likes peace. And so it's creating a vision is easy for some people and much harder for others. If you're one of those people who find it hard, well, stay tuned because I'm going to give you some tips on how to exercise it like a muscle. Because our brain is a bit like a muscle. The more we train it, the better it tends to get in certain areas. And being visionary is something that we can learn to do. Now, the science behind it, and this is why having a vision is so important. Einstein said E equals mc squared, energy is equal to matter. And here's the thing, if you think of the most basic building block in the universe, the atom that you learn about in school, there's the nucleus in the middle, and there's electrons that reside around the outside of the nucleus. And here's the bit that's so important to get right when it comes to creating a vision. Through the double slit experiment, they found from 1903 onwards, we've discovered this, is that you, the observer, when you intend to see the electrons, in this case, given the double slit experiment, when you intend to see the electrons, they start acting like a particle rather than like a wave. So they go from a potential, from possibly being there to actually being there only when you observe it. When you're not observing the electrons, they act in a different way. In fact, they don't act as if they're actually sort of there. And so that's the bit that we need to understand is that when we intend to see something, our intention actually causes matter to go from potential into physical particles. So that is why it's so important to have a vision, because by thinking about what it is you want to create on a regular basis, you're actually influencing the matter around you. That's a bit mind-boggling, isn't it? But you can look it up. It's all out there under quantum physics and science. And the more you intend to see something, the more likely you are to see it. And remember, it's all not physical matter anyway. It's all 99.99999% space. If you look at atoms, they're just energy. Everything in the universe is energy. And your energy of intending to create something is what is causing it to align. And that's why the better, more focused you are, the more productive and the more you'll get done and the more physical things you'll create in this world. So there we go. Everything is energy and it's measured as a frequency. And that's why we have to be deliberate about what it is we want to create, because your thoughts are just energy and it's a vibration. And that vibration has a particular frequency and that wants to align with other things that are at the same frequency. So that's why you're actually creating your life and the things you intend to see through your thoughts and feelings. Now, a different angle on this that I'd like to bring in is something called human design. And they kind of put you into two camps. Either you have inner vision or you have outer vision. And this is quite a useful distinction to make because, well, you'll see why. Here's the difference between inner vision and outer vision when it comes to human design, because we're all unique. But this is you fit into one of these two categories. Someone with inner vision, they tend to be focused more inward. They're really good. They've got strong imagination. They can close their eyes and they can actually start to see possibilities. They see patterns. They can create images in their mind without any sort of stimulation that others might need. So these people, maybe quiet solitude is what they need to start creating a vision and getting clear about what it is they want to create in their life. So is that you, or are you more on the outer vision? So the difference is here, we're more outwardly focused in that we need to see something already, and then we can add to it. We can improve it. We can see what's missing. And that's why, for example, that's me. I have outer vision. I need stimulation in the form of pictures or images, inspirational places, beautiful scenery, traveling the world. I love to see new things, and then from those new things, I can add to them and enhance that vision, rather than someone who's doesn't need anything. They can start with a blank page, or they can start with their eyes closed, and they can imagine something amazing and go from there. So, are you more inner vision, where you can just start with a blank page, or are you more outer vision, where you need some sort of stimulation first, where you're in an environment that is inspiring and where you can then add to it to make it even better and improve it? So, two types, inner vision and outer vision, as they're called in human design. That's something we go into on my program, Unleash You. So, I wonder which one of those two you fit into. Please comment in the chat below. Now, next step. Think about people that you really admire, whether it's a business owner, someone famous, someone very wealthy, a star, whatever it is you admire in others. What characterizes them? And what aspects of their character do you think you could potentially emulate so that you start to get similar results too? It's all very well having a vision, and it's all very well, copying someone else, maybe like Richard Branson, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, whatever it might be, whoever it might be. But actually, it's all very well thinking about it, but execution, sorry, vision without execution is delusion. We can't just dream. We can only bring those dreams to life by taking action every day. So what do you need to get clarity on? And what sort of time frame are you going to create or set for it? Because nothing really ever happens unless we have a time frame and a driver towards it too, right? So we need a why. Everything starts with why. That's the driving force. Then it goes to what. That's what it looks like. Hence the dream and the vision of what it is you want to create. Then it goes to the who. Who's doing what to get you there? Because you're not going to get there on your own, or rather rarely, and it's always going to be fairly limited if it's just you. But actually, if you were to work with a team to make it happen, then it's far more likely to happen. The next step is when. And that's where this slide comes in. Is it a month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Is it a legacy? People overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but they underestimate what they can achieve in 5 years. So why not set a vision for the next month, then the next quarter, which would be 3 months, half a year, 3 years, 5 years, and start either working backwards from 20 years back to now, or if you prefer, 1 month from today, then 3 months, etc. Because when you break it down, that vision that you might have, which is possibly very big or possibly not big enough, when you break it down, it makes it far more manageable and far more possible. As they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So it's all about those incremental steps that's going to get you there, but you have to start with something big. And the bigger you start with something, actually, the more different you'll actually think about how to get there. So there we go. First, get clear about what it is you want and the time frame that you want to create it in. Ask yourself, what does it look like? And actually start creating a vision board if you haven't already. Put up a PowerPoint, put some images in, search Google, get some images and start using those to stimulate your mind about what it is that you could visualize to create. That's certainly if you're out of vision. If you're in a vision, you just close your eyes and start imagining, but imagine it on a regular basis. Align your actions so that they're starting to get you towards that vision. And of course, execute. And then remind yourself daily, every day, of what it is that you're creating. Because so many people get distracted with something else. And as a result, there's not enough consistent energy towards that vision of what it is they're creating. But here's the thing, when people succeed, when they are persistent and committed to their long-term vision, just like I am, just like I hope you are too, because your purpose here on this planet is to leave it better than you found it. And that will happen when you have clarity on your vision of what it is you want to do, the impact you want to have. Okay, so what does it look like? Can you write it down? Is it numbers related? Is it feelings related? Is it got colors in it? Bring it alive with what it looks like, because everything starts out as a thought and becomes a vision. There we go. I hope that you found that useful. Please like, share, comment, share this with a friend. If you enjoyed it, I'd love for you to subscribe as well. It really helps the channel do better. Take care and thank you for watching.